Welcome, my friend, to this very quick whirlwind tour of the DGX 670 keyboard by Yamaha. This keyboard has a lot of functionality, but people complain that it's difficult to navigate. I want to make it easy for you, and I want to show you how to cut out the crud and get to the heart of the matter of what this keyboard can do for you. First of all, this is the on-off switch right here. Over here, you've got the volume control. Over here, you've got the demo. If you hit demo, it plays the demo. If you want to stop the demo, press it again, right? Now let's go over to this set of buttons right here. This is the select button for songs. If you hit select, it goes to 50 popular songs, 50 classics. Let's hit the popular songs. You got three options. Let's play, sing along, follow lights. Let's do sing along, and let's look for a popular one. Happy Birthday, we all know this one. Now this is Happy Birthday with a spin. Now, as you can hear, that is a very impressive rendition, and we have equally impressive renditions of lots of other songs. So let's go back to where we were in the beginning by going a step up, hit that button, and then we've got 50 classics. Let's hit enter. Let's go for original, and let's listen to for Elise. You all know that one. Let's check it out. Absolutely beautiful as always for Elise on your DGX 670. So the select button, it's home to a treasure trove of great stuff. Now if I hit select and I go over to user by pressing this button over here, it takes me to folders that I created, like this one for example. I have a number of songs here. I have Adele's Hello. I have Stevie Wonder's Superstitious. If I hit enter, it will begin playing. All right, I don't want YouTube flagging me. So I'm gonna stop that and I'm gonna keep showing you. So anyway, under select, you can select songs that came with the keyboard or songs you created, sequences you created. Over here we have score and lyrics, and then we have text, but it depends on the song selected. Obviously this is my song and I don't have the words to Stevie Wonder's song here, but if I go back up, go back to preset and let's go to popular and sing along, and let's go to Should Be Coming Around the Mountain. Let's hit that one. And then when you go to score lyrics, it shows you who this is by. It says words are traditional. Okay, so you got to press the tab and then you see the words. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain. This is on G. That's it. So you can have a lot of fun singing these fun little songs. Okay, so that's how you use the score, the lyrics, guide. This is used when you are learning songs. I'm gonna skip that. Record is for you to record songs. So if I wanted to record a song right away, all I need to do is hit that record button and I could choose to record with accompaniment or not. If I hit record, it's all geared up, ready to record with the accompaniment that I've got selected. And if I wanted to begin recording, it's that simple. Okay, and I just hit record. Fun. Okay, so I hit record again and it stops. And if I wanted to listen back to what I did, let's just say, okay, I heard you, because it's warning me once I leave here it's not gonna be available. But if I hit this, I can go back to the beginning and I can just hit play and play what I recorded all over again. So this is for record, this is for play or pause, this is for going all the way back, this is for going forward. You can also use this to go a little bit back, a little bit forward, and this is for you to repeat sections of your song. This might be a little bit advanced for some people, so I can understand how this may not be very relevant to some. Some might find this to be complicated, but just remember you've got the select song. If nothing else, you want to be able to select some of those really awesome songs for you to practice with and for you to listen back to. All right, let's move back over here. So we have a number of styles. So imagine your keyboard came on and you had a song in your head. Maybe it's a rock song, hip hop rock. If it's a ballad you want to play, dance R&B, whatever the genre, just find closest to what is that genre listed and just hit and look for it. So here I can see 90s guitar pop and I just hit enter, that's selected, exit, and just hit start stop. And oh, that's it playing. You just can't hear it. It's a little bit soft. So let's see, we can. So that's that. I just hit start and the beat starts playing. But how do you get the fancy accompaniment? It's, first of all, you want to make sure the accompaniment light is on. And secondly, you want to play a chord. you want to play a chord down here, this section of the keyboard. So if I play a C chord, see that? And I can hit the next variation because every style has an intro, 4 variations, A, B, C, D, a break, an ending, and you can also sync start. That means sync it such that the moment you hit a note, it begins to play. We also have simple, which gives you a simple version of the style. And then we have the OTS link, which pre-selects the sound that goes with each of these variations. So check this out. Let me give you a very quick demo here. So if I wanted to play this rhythm called 90s guitar pop, and I wanted it to begin playing the moment, only when I hit the keyboard, not before, what I'm gonna do is hit sync start, make sure intro is selected, and the moment I play a chord, the moment I play this chord, the intro will begin. So let's do that. Actually, let's play it down here. Watch this. So it went straight to B. I must have had B pre-selected, but let's play A. So that's just A. And it's got its own sounds pre-selected like this. Now if I go to B, now the sound is the same because I have not selected OTS link. If I select OTS link, it intelligently knows it should flavor it up a little bit by giving me a different sound. So that's the sound it chose. Let's hit A. Now it's guitar. See that? Now if I hit C, another sound. If I hit D, let's hit break. Nice break. Let's hit ending. Okay, well, now you understand how these buttons work, right? Sync start, start stop, ending, and everything else. And I've also given you an inkling into how these ones work. These are just to select the genre. So if I wanted to play some jazz, I hit standards in jazz. I look for something close, maybe I want fast jazz. I hit sync start, I hit intro, and I know that the moment I hit my chord or my note, it's gonna trigger off the intro. So watch this. That's it, straight in. All right, so whatever the genre, you can select from here. And then you can execute by hitting the right buttons. Going over here, we have some additional bells and whistles. So let's see what they do. We hit direct access, it says. Pressing a button on the panel or a pedal, foot switch, foot controller jumps to the relevant display of the respective button or pedal. The button or pedal works as a shortcut. So we're not going to mess with that. Let's go over to metronome. Metronome just counts the tempo so you understand what it's set to, and when you're recording, you can play to a metronome. Like if I wanted to record some piano right now, and I hit record, metronome, and then I don't want all this. I just want 3. So let me play this. I had auto selected. Oh, that's a no-no. I shouldn't have. In actual fact, I think I had the previous song selected. So please ignore my error. But the metronome could be used to guide your recording, to guide your creating a new style, for example. On this channel, I have some examples of new styles I've created. So I would advise trying to watch that. Okay. Well, now that I've demoed that, we also have tempo tap, so you can tap to a tempo, and it learns from what you've tapped and it executes by playing to that exact tempo. Here we have the transpose button, so if you wanted to transpose, see, or same notes, but transposing up and down and whatever you want. That's pretty much how this works. Now we have a channel on-off button, because with this channel on-off, pressing it toggles between song and style. So if you're on song, you can mute the song elements from up there, but here we're on style, and if we go to style, you can turn them on one by one, like that. So that's what the channel on-off does. It allows you to turn a channel on or off. And there are 8 channels over here in the styles. All right, with that said, we also have mixer EQ. You can choose to EQ the style, or you could choose to EQ the piano playing, which could be main, for example. Like you hear that, I can turn it all the way down, turn it up. I could also, over here, go to effect and just use the controls to move around. And I could add more reverb if I wanted. Watch this. Hear that? So the mixer EQ is for you add in some additional effects, reverb, hall, delays, choruses, flanges, and things like that. So that's what this is all about, okay? So you could go in there and play with all of the features so far I've shown you on this left-hand side of the keyboard. Now moving forward, let's move on to the last piece. Last piece is self-explanatory. Here we have the ability to invoke a playlist, and here we have a playlist of Little Brown Jug, Turkey in the Straw, so on and so forth. So you can create yours. Here we have a mic setting. If you had a mic going in, this would have enabled you alter the mic setting, turn up the gain, turn down the gain, and just do all sorts with it, you know, add reverb, so on and so forth, right? But I don't have a mic plugged in yet. Maybe I should plug in a mic. Let's see if we can plug this mic in somewhere so we can give you a good demonstration, just for good measure. Let's see if this works. I might have plugged it into the wrong section. Let's try that again. Oh, that is the right section. That is the right section, all right. Apologize for the jarring noise there. 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's the mic, and you can add some reverb right here. 1, 2, 3. Hello. And chorus. 1, 2, 3. And you can also pan the voice to the right or to the left. And you got the volume. So mic setting is what enables you to do all that, okay? Then we have USB audio, because you can bring in audio from USB, and I have demoed that on the channel prior as well. So those are videos you should go look for. You can also choose the effect you put on the voice. Over here we have different voices. Okay, we have organs and accordions. And so on and so forth, right? That's what all this is for. Just select what you want. Oh, I keep imagining it's a touch screen. That's sad. All right, so that's all that stuff. So you could choose whatever you want. Percussion, synth, and so on. Then over here for voice effect, we have the effect you put on the different voices, depending on what you want. We have a left for you to play with your left hand at the lower end of the scale. We have main, which is a main keyboard. And then we have layer, which means you can layer sounds. For example, this is piano. I could layer it by hitting layer. Now that's some piano and violin, and I could use left, and I have the So I have one sound at the bottom, two sounds at the top that are layered. The final pieces of this keyboard, I'll show you very quick before I run out of power. You can tab on any page you find yourself, right? If you're on this page, you can tab over to user. If you're in the menu, you can tab across menus and so on. That's what tab is for, okay? The dial is just for you to advance in value, backwards, forwards, go back, and so on. Exit is for you to escape whichever screen you are. Enter is for you to input whatever value you're looking to. And what else? We have menu. If you hold this down, it will go to Bluetooth where you can get connected. These buttons are for you to navigate up and down across the keyboard. Piano room takes you into a room of pianos where you can choose the environment that you're in, you know. So that's the Grand, CFX Grand in a cathedral. But I could choose a pop grand, a honky tonk, a suitcase EP in a cathedral or somewhere else on stage. And that's how you use that functionality. As far as the registration memory, this is a way of you saving settings. You can save settings. Let's come out. So you can save settings. If I wanted to save this honky tonk or this, well, it's all layered. Let's go honky tonk. If I wanted to save this honky tonk sound or voice, I hit memory and then the bank I want to save it to, and then the orange tells me it's there. So if I go back here, it goes to CFX Grand. If I hit this, that's in honky tonk. So you can use memory and that to save. And then banks just allow you move in and out of various banks. But you as a user, you can have your own special bank depending on what you're trying to do. You see, these are some of my banks. So who knows what this is? I just have one thing here, it seems. Okay, so it really depends on how you've saved, you know, your settings in the past. But I have a Latin bank. Let's see what that is. Nothing there. Jazz 3 bank, Jazz 2 bank. Let's see what's here. Okay, that's one of the special piano settings I saved. This. and a flute setting, you know, and you could keep adding to them. You can have styles on there, whatever you want the freeze frame, so to speak, of the keyboard to be. You save that frame, that setting, the style setting, and all this stuff, and it remains as is. For example, if I wanted jazz standard 5/4, and I wanted, let's say, a woodwind, let's go for rock sax, okay? So I like that. I hit memory and boom, register it as memory 3. And if I'm here, plays flute. When I go here, and so on and so forth. All right, my friends, this was meant to be very scrappy, but we ended up making it rather long. I hope it gave you some more confidence about your DGX 670. It's a beast of a keyboard. It's a powerful keyboard. It's fun to play. Don't give up on your DGX. I know some of you might have it and say, oh, it's just too hard, too difficult, too many buttons on the screen. I just showed all of them to you in less than 30 minutes. So what are you waiting for? Get jamming. I'll see you next time. Friends, see you soon.